Pisces! Hello, it's Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Yay! As you can see, my friends, it's not the usual setup. I didn't lose my phone. I left it somewhere and haven't gotten it back yet. I will get it back today. Yay. But it was also good to be cell phone free for like 2.5 days. That was really, really good because I'm way more attached to my phone than I would like to. And I really, really realized that during that time. So that was a good thing. However, the videos I recorded are different in a different setup because I have to use different cameras and still experiment in which cameras work best. Yeah, so I hope the quality is somewhat okay. I know it's not what you're used to, but I used all the light that's available to me to make it somewhat bright because Aquarius turned out really, really dark. But it was a good reading anyways. And Capricorn, for much the same reason, the extended is free if you're interested. That's a longer story behind that one. It's the same. It's tying into this, and I used the camera, and the camera cut out during the reading. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happened, and then in meditation this morning, I just heard loud and clear, just give it to them for free because you're not going to be able to fix it. Not now, and they apparently don't want me to. So it just doesn't happen, and I'm used to that. So I'm like, okay. All right, there you go. So if you're interested, Capricorn Extended is for free. However, it's 2 parts because I was actually really not able to put the parts together, which is weird because I've done it a million times in the videos when this happens, when the camera cut out, but I am just not able currently. So there you go. That's that. Maybe it has to do with your reading, maybe it doesn't. We'll hop right into it. Of course, I already pre-shuffled all of your cards, Pisces. And this is a general reading, and it may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates. Yeah. And leave the rest behind, please, because that means it's for somebody else, Pisces, all right? Woof. All right. You can reverse the placements. It's not gender specific, nor is it really time specific. You can find pictures of this reading as well as the extended over on Instagram at Universal Power Tarot if you would like to follow me over there. And I'm posting little here and there's that you won't see on YouTube ever. So that's a really neat thing too. So if you'd like, jump over there on Instagram and follow us. All right. So anything else? Yes, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your donations. I really appreciate it in any shape or form. Everything is just fantastic. Thank you so much. And thank you very much to my patrons. Mwah, guys, thank you for being here. All right, let's hop in. Well, it's really prominent, right? We have 3 cards. 2 are face down. The other one is faced up. And the one that's faced up is the 5 of Rods here. I hope you can see it somewhat okay. 5 of Rods. The 5 of Rods, this one always strikes me as the jealous type, right? That's, of course, that's not you. Clearly not you. There is someone that is trying to, this is a person or energy that is kind of jealous, that doesn't like what you do or how you look or rah, 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 rah. There's a bunch of reasons why people start to get jealous. The most obvious one is, of course, because they're not happy with their own life and rather would start a fight with other people than face their own stuff. That's usually the main root of this, right, of jealousy. But then there's also a factor how we all are jealous at some points in our lives. I, for a very long time, thought I was never jealous, and that was so untrue. So untrue. And I was surprised. I was like, holy shit. I'm jealous too. And I've had a bunch of emotions like that, realizing during my journey, okay, I am that too. I do act that way too. And that's a human feature. And it's good that we feel it because, again, as you know on this channel, it's about self-empowering, and our emotions empower us to look at ourselves more clearly, more deeply. There's also another person here, dear Pisces, who is trying to fend off this person. So we could be talking about a mother-father dynamic where the mother was kind of jealous, and it doesn't have to be. It could be at work too, right? Very well at work where there's a colleague and somebody else or the boss is trying to fend this other person off and somehow try to keep as much away from you as they possibly can. But again, this could be a father or vice versa. Mother, father, you can switch that. one person who is really well-meaning towards you and who is fully seeing this other person in their jealousy and whatever else they may be doing, manipulating or whatnot, right? And that's that. And they're warding this off. And I'm curious what this card is. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. This is you. Or this was you. We're talking about past. This Aquarius full moon is giving us so much clarity. I can see it throughout the readings. Like I've had the past couple of readings I did was just so clear. Like they showed all the cards like straight up and it was so clear. So many people in the collective apparently are able to see their lives all of a sudden in full, or part of their journeys in full. And then it's just, wow. Now I understand like why I had to go through this, what happened here and there, why I furthered my education in this area, why I went to such and such country, right? All of this, why I met this person at this particular time and such, right? Everything is playing together just so perfectly and very synchronistic as well. There are so many synchronicities, right? With the Knight of Pentacles, this was you, I really want to say. This is someone who, first of all, wears their armor underneath. And of course, you would have had to, right? With a parent or someone that close to you, or at work, maybe earlier times as well. You would have to wear your armor underneath if someone is attacking you, right? And that's what happened. But you wear it so well that sometimes, and at stages, you may not see it yourself, that there is indeed an armor, and that you may have, again, taken on patterns of that particular person, because that's what we do. Like, this is an adolescent, right? So he is still in the growth process, very much so, and taking on stuff also subconsciously, again, by another person. And this is where it ties into the jealousy again. And it doesn't have to be that you took on jealousy from this other person, right? It may have been some manipulative tactics that we're not seeing through. That's what we're actually doing, but you're coming into the knowledge of that yes, you're doing it. And the awesome news about this is once you know it, you can be like, oh, wow, I don't want to do that anymore, right? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to switch. And this is then conscious, right? It's from the subconscious and unconscious to the then conscious, okay? And that makes you feel a whole lot better. That is going to put you in such an empowered position, especially when you set that intention when you were a bit younger, and now you can see the growth process and being in an entirely different position here. Yeah, that's so funny. Being in an entirely different position here with the Ace of Pentacles, because that's the new start, right? And you may have set that intention to change that about yourself or about the patterns, like belief patterns. And that gives you a whole new sense of stability, a whole new sense of being, like here in this earthly realm. How do you want to exist? And again, I feel with this that the intention was set way back, possibly, or at least a couple of years. And now you're at that point where you're, oh, finally, I feel like this is coming into something that I can actually see or touch, right? Into something that I can actually see or touch. Wow, this is cool. Really cool. I think 1 or 2 years ago, I watched a video on YouTube where there was a divorced couple and they both had new partners. And the awesome thing is they had worked on themselves and in their relationships so much that actually the males, which was very impressive to me, and also the females, but the males for some reason was more impressive to me. Not to say anything about this. This was just very personal to me. I was like, wow, males can actually open up like that. That's amazing. And they talked to each other, and one said to the other how much they loved them because they were providing for their ex-wife in such a way that they never could. And that vulnerability in that was so impressive. I was like, wow, that's amazing, because I hadn't experienced that from the males in my life, particularly not in that form at that point in my life. So that was really impressive to me. And just like how they would like co-parent and all that. And it was just love, right? But you could feel it. It was not just some fake, I don't know what, right? It was really really awesome. And to be at that point though, and really step into that place of love and seeing, wow, what's best for the children, what is best for everyone involved. Because when you think like that, when you're at that stance, which I see you being right now, right, with the Ace of Pentacles, it's gorgeous. It is so gorgeous, right? And when you're going into that sense of not just myself, but there are so many other people, the interconnectedness of things, right? And you will benefit so much from starting to think in those ways. What can I do to help the collective, to help? And collective, I don't mean like it doesn't have to be big, right? It's enough if it's just family, friends, neighbors, right? That's a lot, because those people have rippling effects too. If you're given like a stranger a smile today on the street, imagine what that might do to a person, right? They may go through the day and that may have been just the thing that they needed, and that sparked something entirely different, and they then pass that on. And that goes the other way as well, right? So really setting intentions here too. And I see you do it, and changing that pattern from, and that's very normal. Again, when you're young, you do not have that kind of an overview. That comes with the years, right? It does. And so it's somewhat also saying you are excused. If that makes any sense. Yeah. And now that's the full responsibility, stepping into it, and not just taking responsibility for yourself, but also for your surroundings in a way, in a healthy way. I do not mean like bossing other people around. I do not mean that. Okay. Good stuff, Pisces. Good stuff. We're going to proceed with the Wildwood Tarot here. What else do you want to tell us, Spirit, please, for Pisces? Spiritually connected Pisces, please. Thank you. That's funny. What else? Thank you so much. Thanks. Oh, there's two. Oh my goodness. Okay, that one really wanted to come out. Okay, so you're starting out with the Knight of Stones here, with the horse, right? That is that young spirited, that's that adolescent, right? You know how horses are sometimes when they're in their adolescence, they're really like jumpy and they have so much energy that almost too much, like they don't know where to put their energy. And they do sometimes like stupid stuff. For example, they would start to bite or something like that, right? Just because they're so over it, like energetically, and they have so much and they haven't found their place yet, right, in this world. And it's that type of an energy, having to run around and exploring everything, really feeling the body so strongly and feeling so strong within the body too, right? That's that type of energy that comes through here. Wild horses, like young or adolescent wild horses, it's just like they go crazy, right? And it's good that way, because that's just that phase in a lifetime where it's possible also physical to have that kind of energy and physical strength. Later in life, yes, you can gain it from different things, but it'll never be the same as in that during that period of time. So that was a really good thing. There's a sense of appreciating that phase in your life as well. Not doing it away. Oh my God, I was so naive and innocent, and yeah, but that was really good because it helps you. It is beneficial to and for you right now, okay? That really helps you now in that stance. That was important too. So there's, again, acknowledge that, love that part of yourself, because often we do have that exact same part inside of ourselves, and there's some sort of yearning for acknowledgement here for this part, and appreciation for this part as well. And again, there was reason why you had to protect yourself and why you had to take on certain patterns. It's often survival mechanisms, because we do have to adapt in a certain way, some more than others, to our environments in which we grow up. Because we don't want to be the outcast. That's our survival mechanism, like 101. And we're getting straight back to the to the animalistic brain, right? Where it's just like, that's in our nature. If like in very, very early times, if we were cast out of the tribe, that meant death, right? So this is a fear that is very much instilled. And now they want me to read the prayer card to you that I drew for you earlier. That's interesting. Okay, so dear guardian angel, help me to be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. Help me not to fear the transient nature of life. Help me to remember the eternal light which emanates from my soul, and the eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally guided and loved by God and all creation. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Speaking of creation, this is the last card I'm going to interpret for you here on YouTube. The rest is for the extended. You have dedication with a 9 of arrows. And that's creativity. That's creativity times 9, right? It's like trying out different things, trying on different shoes, seeing which one fits, and finally stepping into your place here. That is so gorgeous. Finally finding that arrow which really suits you. But again, every arrow served its purpose as we come back to the first row here. For you Pisces, everything was just in place and has always been a divine orchestration, sometimes more, sometimes less, according to your own free will, Pisces. According to how much you were willing to commit to the flow of your own life and to the divine will of your soul's purpose here on earth, right? And you're really, really stepping into that now. It's like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. There it is, Pisces. Wow. And you're creating something entirely new here because, as you can see, she's using that bow and arrow as an instrument. So other people may have never thought of that, right? But it's that inkling that you get, especially when your channel is open. It's just like you all of a sudden get that draw or pull, and it's just like, oh, I want to do that. And that's your intuition, that's being connected, and really watch that and follow those, right? Follow those little, I don't know how you call that, like inklings, knowledge, that little, it pulls me somewhere. Really follow that because it will become louder. I just, a couple of days ago, I asked Spirit to just, because I was tired and I still wanted to do something. So I was like, just guide me. I'm going to go outside, and just because I wanted to go outside. And I was just, please just guide me. I'm going to listen to your guidance. And they told me where to get off, where to go. I thought I knew where we were going, but then it was really surprising, and it took really surprising turns, but it turned out so beautifully. And I ended up connecting with a really gorgeous place with water and fish in it. I didn't know there were fish in that pond, and it was really, really beautiful. So I really encourage you here to follow that and develop that kind of what you already know, like really make it bigger, investigate that and put dedication into it, because you, my dear Pisces, really stepped into it. You found something here that really makes your soul sing, your heart sing, your body sing. Okay, that's that. All right, the other 2 cards, again, like I said, are for the extended. Also, I'm going to draw more oracle cards for you over there. And if you're interested, the links to Vimeo and or Patreon are down below in the caption and in the description box as well. I'm sending you much love and light. Thank you for watching, guys. And thanks for liking and commenting. I love your comments. Bye, guys.